Hi and welcome to the final week of Understanding IELTS. This week we're looking at writing again, this time the academic module writing. I know students often think that this is one of the most difficult parts of the exam. Let's have a look at what some of our learners said.
Of course, academic writing, essays is difficult. You have to use the structures and vocabulary for that.
Academic writing again, because you can't use lots of words and you always have to look for them. Like, you can't write about yourself, like, I don't know, you can't write this. And this is really difficult because most of my time I write, I think, I do, I did, and it's difficult for me.
Well, actually, I took IELTS so long ago, so I don't really remember all the parts of IELTS. But I feel like that to write the IELTS writing part, you have to know the idea behind all these writing parts, because it's not just a regular writing that you take and you can write like a story for yourself or something. You have to know the rules. You have to know the criteria that you will be marked later. So you have to know all these things, and I feel like you cannot learn them yourself. You have to have a teacher or like someone who can help you and explain you all these rules and all these criteria.
Well, it depends on the type of writing. In essays or letters, I do feel quite comfortable, but for example, in IELTS, when I was writing the task about describing graphs or some schemes, it was awful. I really don't know, because when you need to do this task really fast, it's quite hard to understand what you need to describe, what is the most important and what is not so significant. So, yep.
From the IELTS, I don't really like this part when you have to describe the graphs and everything, because you have to use certain words and certain vocabulary and just stick to the criteria, and that's something that I'm not very good at.
For me, it first part graphs and all that kind of stuff, because you kind of need to like stick to visuals and kind of describe it in kind of dry official language and like be efficient and productive with your information. So it's kind of tough. It's like not really my thing.
Maria mentioned the task about describing graphs. If you've done the academic module of IELTS or you're studying for it, you'll know what she means. We talked in week 4 about what you find difficult about writing. Now, as we enter the final week and you've become familiar with everything you have to do in the IELTS test, I'd like to hear your feelings on what you think is the most difficult part of the IELTS test. Share your views with the other learners in the comments below.